Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Warhammer battle. This is another 1v1 where I am playing as the dwarves and the enemy is going to be the forces of chaos. My army here consists of 2 miners in the front to absorb charges from the enemy infantry. We also have a Thane for that purpose as well. Then we also have 3 longbeards with great weapons, the old grumbling guard over here, and then the peak gate guard. So I am all about the anti-armor. And then of course we have the rune lord and we have a rune smith here. On this side, we have an organ gun, and then 2 correlers, and then 1 great weapon ranger. The other correler has been Vanguard deployed over here for some sighting purposes, so we at least can see the Chaos Army is advancing up this hill, which is why I'm going to be moving back my organ gun to try and get as much distance and fire time as possible. These Chaos Knights with lances we're going to see here soon, but besides that, they have 2 Chaos Warriors, 1 Aspiring Champion, 4 Great Weapon Chaos Warriors, and then a Chosen with great weapons. They also brought Archaon, the Ever-Chosen, and a Giant. And now, of course, I am worried about the Giants. That's much of armor-piercing, disruption attacks. It's a nasty, very nasty opponent to deal with as dwarves. If you don't focus it down with Coroller Fire, which is what I'm going to try to do. So I brought the dwarves as Clan Engrind, and I wanted to try and see if that would make the enemy choose Archaon, the Ever-Chosen, instead of any other unit. Like, I was worried about the flying Chaos units, which I hate dealing with. So, I don't know if me choosing Clan Engrind actually forced the enemy to choose Archaon or not. Maybe they just really wanted to bring Archaon. It's just that you don't normally see him too much, although he does look pretty badass. I don't get much of a close-up with him ever. He look really cool. But even then, like, he's still a very solid warrior and a melee caster. He's really good. It's just I fear the flying units more, so I wanted to see if they would choose Archaon over the flying, because Archaon can easily deal with ethereal units, which I didn't take. Because again, I was just trying to bait Archaon to be chosen here, and maybe aspiring warriors, or aspiring champions. But yeah, you can see that their army is now positioned at the top of the hill. I'm going to be moving my organ gun up into range since they want to just sit there. I want to try and force them into an engagement before their Chaos Knights get into position, which is why I'm going to be pulling out the organ gun, which is out of range. Where are you? There you are. It's going to get in range here soon-ish. But yeah, like, Archaon can just instantly destroy any of the ethereal lords that Clan Engrind can bring. A very solid pick against Clan Engrind. And Aspiring Champions, I mean, most likely you're going to pick those anyway, because they're just so good. Right these rocks, kill them! At some point, they're going to be firing. These Corlers are going to start firing at the Chaos Giant, which is on their flank. I want to see if I can pull any of these enemy infantry away from the fight that's going to be happening, ideally right around here. Because I want the enemy line to be lined up like this, or, you know, like this. So then we can have a solid flank with our organ guns here. That's the idea. And when we start firing on this Chaos Giant, you can see we start doing some decent amount of damage, and Archaon is going to start moving over there. We're going to pull back our Corlers a little bit. We're going to pull up our Rangers with great weapons as well, as we start pouring fire into these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. The thing is, I kind of pulled the trigger here a little too fast, because I was getting worried because of the way their army was positioned. It looked like they would be able to advance on the organ gun and ignore my Dwarven army. So I'm going to charge in our miners. Again, they are here to take the initial brunt of the Chaos charge. They are very good at doing that, and they also have armor piercing. And then we're going to throw in our line of Longbeards behind them, and then our Grumbling Guard and our Peak Gate Guard behind them, as our runes, defensive runes, start going down in our front line here. And this is just going to be a massive melee, as you would expect between dwarves and chaos. Like, it's going to be massive. Back here, the Chaos Knights are getting into position to charge our organ gun, but the organ gun is getting a lot of shots off, so I'm okay with this, even if the organ gun goes down. And this is great. The Giant is over here dealing with our Rangers and is then going to chase off our other Ranger group, and this is amazing. Because this thing costs 1,600, and it's going to be chasing off a Corler group that's worth 500. And more importantly, not in this fight over here, where it's actually going to excel. Now, sending Archaon, I can understand because he's fast. You can shut down the Corlers that way. And sending these Chaos Knights, also I can understand. But I would not send a Giant to chase these Rangers. Just on the approach alone, you can see how much health it's losing. But again, I'm more okay with this. And Archaon, who's like 3,000 points, is chasing off this Corler unit. So again, I am fine. Because without support, I know that with our Rune Lord, Rune Smith, and our Peak Gate Guard over here, and our old Grumblers refreshing the vigor of our troops, we can most likely win an infantry fight against Chaos. Even though they brought a bunch of anti-armor, even though they have Chosen, I'm pretty confident without Archaon and the Giant in here, we can crush them. So again, I am okay with what's going on. I'm okay with losing our organ gun, our Rangers. I'm just going to run them away as much as possible to try and distract Archaon and the Giant for as long as I can. There goes some more defensive buffs on our Rune Lord and Rune Smith. Also casting Rune of Wrath and Ruin on the Chosen with great weapons to try and weaken them as much as possible, because they are obviously the strongest enemy here. Ooh, that head got cut off. Now we're going to watch a cinematic view of this after the battle. You can see we are starting to rout the Chaos Infantry off, because again, they're not supported by like the big dogs, the Giant and the Chaos Knights and Archaon, who's still over here dealing with a Ranger unit. And again, I was trying to run them as far away from the battle as possible, because I'm like, yeah, just come after them. That's fine, dude. I'm okay with this, because you can see we are winning the infantry fight. Now, if the Giant was in here, this could have maybe been different. Maybe. I brought like nothing but armor piercing, which is not ideal against the Giant. It would still eventually bring him down, but it would take a long time. So you can see, yeah, we are chasing off the enemy infantry. Another Rune of Wrath and Ruin on the Chosen with great weapons. They are the only ones staying in combat now because of their just high leadership. And we are going to get these Grumbling Guard cycled around behind them. So now that the Organ Gun is gone, these Chaos Knights with Lances are finally going to start to do some charges against our Dwarf line. But like, even though their infantry is coming back, they've taken such a beating already. And our Thane is out here in the vanguard holding off these Chaos Warriors as they come back from routing. Because it's a Thane, and this guy just is a brute, man. The Thanes are brutes. And we're getting a rear charge, on the Chaos Chosen who remained in the fight with our Grumbling Guard, and they are going to break after that. The Aspiring Champions do come back to bolster the leadership of the Chaos units that are returning from routing. And they are going to meet the Grumbling Guard and the Peak Gate Guard, who is going to be sundering all of their armor. Archaon is, I think, still out here? Where's Archaon? He's somewhere. There he is. He's finally around the battle, just nearby. He casts a couple fireball spells, I believe. And the Chaos Knights are doing really good now, doing charges over and over and over again. And they're going to, I believe, go out here and shut down our Rangers once more. Archaon then charges into the mix of the battle, so we're going to try and surround him. I'm actually moving one of our Longbeard groups. You can see this. I'm giving move orders to try and get a surround on Archaon so he can't escape as easily. A little jump kick from our Thane there. And then I'm going to send them right back and try and prevent him from running out. You see some of his warriors do return from routing, and they're going to make this tactic a little harder, so Archaon's going to be able to sneak out of our grasp. The Chaos Knights are back there dealing with my Rangers. Want some more? And we are rerouting the Chaos Warriors once again. The Giant is finally chased off, or they finally chased off our Quarrelers off the map. They finally did it. They have taken so much damage to do it, but they finally did it. And now they are going to be joining Archaon and the main battle force. Listen, don't use your Giant to chase off Quarrelers. I understand that you can't ignore the Quarrelers with a Giant because they'll bring it down, but you just got to kind of wait until the Chaos Knights get in a position to threaten them, or maybe even send Archaon to save your Giant. But the Giant was really needed in this infantry battle. With the Giant support, I honestly think it could have been a different fight. So we still have, I think, most every unit intact. The Miners took a heavy beating because they took the initial charge. Again, that's what they're there for. I use them basically like zombies or, I don't know, any other kind of fodder unit. I just think that they're a very good fodder unit. They can deal some decent damage to Chaos units, especially when you back them up with Thorgan Grudgebearer. Oh, jeez. Nice fireball spell from Archaon there. And now we're just getting into position to receive the final Chaos charge. My Quarrelers have come back from routing, so they're going to start firing at the Giant, so he has not escaped the wrath of our crossbows. Getting our Thane up in the front, who is not taking much damage at all. I think maybe I used his potion by now? No, maybe? Yeah, maybe I did. I probably did. So we start shooting at the Chaos Giant there. You see in the background, Rune of Wrath and Ruin being dropped in these Chaos Knights. Archaon's going to try and get to our Rangers again, so I'm just going to move our Miners to intercept them as our front line of Longbeards takes the Chaos Knight charge. Chaos Giant trying to get into the fight. Going to throw in some more Longbeards against Archaon and our Thane. The Chaos Giant finally gets into the Dwarven infantry line. but they are going to shatter at that point due to enemy losses. But good game to my enemy. Again, I think if the giant was just in the fight from the start and the Chaos Knights were used to rout my rangers off, I think it definitely could have been different. The giant is a hard foe for Longbeards to take down by themselves. But anyway, good game. Let's take a look at the kill count. 15 on the Rune Lord, 36 on the Thane. Thanes are super solid. They always will be. The miners, look at that. Look at those kills. Like, this unit costs 350. And all those kills are at least against Chaos Warriors, which are like more than double. Basic Chaos Warriors may not be more than double the cost, but Chaos Warriors, great weapons are. So, very cost efficient. Very cost efficient. Now, on their own, they're not amazing, but the thing is, what dwarf infantry unit is ever on their own? They're always going to be backed up by some sort of rune smith, or backed up by like Thorgrim grudge bearers, AoE buffs. Like, that's what makes them really good. So that's super. I love miners, love them. Longbeard's also got a decent amount of kills all across the board. The Peak Gate Guard, 99 kills. These things are so insanely good against Chaos Warriors if you can't shut them down. The Rangers did so much work, even though it doesn't show here. Being able to distract all of those units for so long is so good. It allowed us to win the infantry fight, and then they couldn't do much. And the organ gun, before it got shut down, got 52 kills, so you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Captain Tryhard here, 63 kills in Archeon, killed a lot of Rangers. The Aspiring Champions only got 1 kill. They had a lot of armor to chew through, and they're not really armor piercers, but still, 1 kill. Decent amount of kills, I guess, on the Chaos Warriors, and Chaos Knights got 98 kills against our Rangers, and then 60 on the Chaos Giant, but again, most of that was against our Rangers there. So, good game to Captain Tryhard. Let's just take a look at the cinematic view on this one, just because it's just a massive clash of armor on armor, and it just looks cool. Let's go get him, Thane. Thane's just very good at intercepting charges. So good. They can take so much of a beating. I really do love the way Chaos looks. Where's our Thane at? There you are. Man, you are deep, deep behind enemy lines. Just fighting Chosen. Not even caring. Get him, Thane. Chosen versus Peak Gate Guard. Chosen are really good, but damn, man, the PK guard. Being able to sunder armor. Ooh, Thane! Headshot. Man, I don't know, I love seeing just massive infantry clashes. The greenskins do that really well. That's most of the fun, so we'll just stop the cinematic view there. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all next time. Take care.